I'm here at Hurco in High Wycombe. I'm in their showroom and I'm going to meet with Keith Hounslow and we're going to talk about the Hurco TMM10. Good morning, Keith.
Morning, Paul.
Yeah, talk me through this machine. It's obviously a 10-inch chuck lathe.
Yep.
Just tell us a little bit about the TMM.
The TMM is a driven tool lathe. Like you said, it's a 10-inch chuck, 77 millimetres through the chuck.
You've got 77mm bar capacity?
77mm bar capacity through the chuck, yes.
That's a little bit different because most machines that are 10-inch chucks tend to have 65, so it gives you an extra 12mm through the bore.
Yes, yeah, and the 8mm, the TMM8 will take 65mm through the spindle.
Okay, okay.
All the lathes come with a tool setter, part catcher, and a programmable tailstock from the quill.
Okay, so the tailstock itself will actually be moved up the machine via the Z-axis.
Yeah, there's a hitch that hitches the tailstock to the turret, and then you pull the tailstock into position with the turret.
And then the turret itself here, is this, looks to me like a VDI turret?
Yeah, this is a VDI 40 turret. It's a Duplamatic turret.
So quite a chunky turret then.
Yeah, it's a very strong, rigid machine. Yeah, it takes a good cut, turning and milling as well.
So you've got full C-axis, and you've got driven tools as well.
Yes, yeah.
So how when we look at the range, so is the TMM, does the two M's mean it's got driven tools?
The M's are driven tool, yes. We have a TM range, which are the just two axis lathes, TM 6, 8 and 10, which are the chuck diameter, 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch. Then there's a TMM 8 and a 10, which are the two driven tools.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
So this lathe, as a driven tool lathe, comes as standard with a tool setter.
Yep.
And also a parts catcher here.
Yep.
So you can machine a component, the parts are then delivered into here?
Into the part catcher, yeah. But there's a little bucket that comes up and catches the component as it's parted off and just drops it into the...
And do we have an example of a component that we've made on here?
Yep, we've got... Right, so yeah, this is the component that we're making on the TMM10. It's a turn part, and then it's machined round with an end mill, drilled some holes, and then it's got some engraving on the component as well.
Does the engraving come standard in the Hurco control?
Yes, that's a standard feature of the Hurco software.
Okay, and that's a good point actually, the control. Hurco controls are very popular. The WinMax system is a very popular system.
Yeah, it's a conversational system, fully programmable in conversational or NC, so it'll run full G-code as well, but it has this conversational feature which is unique to Hurco, which enables simple programming of parts, really.
And so would you do programming offline, or is the control as such so that you would actually do programming at the machine?
Yeah, well, this software can be put on a PC, so you can program Hurco conversational offline, or you could G-code it via a CAN system and put those programs direct into there and it'll run those as well.
And it's a PC-based control,
so you can it's a Windows PC, yeah, it's fully networkable, it's got a USB port, and it's got a hard drive on there. It's got 2 gigabytes of RAM and 60 gigabytes of hard drive.
What about processing speed? I know when we look at 5-axis machines, it's key. Is it so key on a turning centre or a lathe?
Well, not so, but yeah, obviously it's got to be able to keep up. Things like the graphics need to be able to keep up. There's full 3D graphics on the machine, which are going to show you the part, and so the graphics are very, very slick.
Okay. So this is the component that we've actually...
That's right, this is the component you see here, yeah.
So if I'm trying to explore, as an engineer, as somebody that's going to buy a machine tool, I'm looking for a turning centre.
Yeah.
What are the reasons, why am I going to opt for a Hurco TMM?
Well, they're a powerful, rigid machine, a very user-friendly controller, and they do a good job. Basically, at the end of the day, they'll give you good components, accuracy, it's a good all-round package, really. Extraction of
swarf conveyor along the bottom of the machine and out the end.
Again, swarf conveyor comes standard with the machine.
And I'm sensing that a lot of these features that with some machines you don't get as standard, you do with a Hurco.
That's right,
so we're talking about swarf extraction, tool setting as standard,
part catcher,
parts catcher, programmable
features,
quill,
tailstock,
right, okay,
yeah.
So there it is, the Hurco TMM10, a sophisticated turning centre available for sale from Hurco in the UK. You can see this machine on MTD CNC or visit Hurco directly.